What is up, everybody? My name is Adam and welcome back to Broke Man Finance. So this week has been pretty rough on cryptos. A lot of our favorite cryptos have been dipping pretty hard lately, but there have been a few that have continued to push up. And the one we're talking about today has been pushing up quite a bit and making a name for itself. The one we are talking about today is the Sandbox native token Sand. I can dig it. That was a total dad joke, I know, and I've actually been looking forward to using that one. Not even sorry. Sand is up 32% today on some major news, which we'll talk about, and up 82% on the week. All while Bitcoin has been dipping and dipping and dipping. And if you remember, I talked about this one a couple weeks ago when they were trading at 78 cents and were sitting in that 118 overall position on CoinMarketCap. And now they are up to number 48 and trading for $4.18. So good for you if you got in at 78 cents because you're looking at a pretty solid return right now. In this video, we're going to talk about what the Sandbox is. If you're unfamiliar, we're going to talk about the news that has that price surging along with some updates. We're going to talk about some price predictions near the end. So there's a little something for everybody. Everybody gets a piece of this, from the newbies to the vets, so make sure you stick around. But the overall point of this show is to help people with minimal amounts of money or broke as hell to invest and earn money on that little bit of money and not be so broke as hell. So allow me to introduce who today's video is brought to you by, and that's Veono. Veono is a financial platform out of London that gives crazy good returns on some of the most popular cryptos and cash. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, Litecoin, and a lot more. And they're talking about adding more. I'm talking about 20% interest just for holding these coins on the site. I know what you're thinking. You're probably asking yourself, how is that even possible? How does somebody give a rate or they return that much? Well, it's because the crypto lending industry is in its infancy and the demand for loans are growing exponentially. These companies make money just like your bank does by lending our coins to borrowers at a higher rate than what they're giving us for interest. Your bank does the exact same thing, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whatever, except they give you a 0.1% APY. So take advantage of this unique time and opportunity. Plus, you have the option to lock your money away for longer periods of time, think CDs, and you will earn more interest on them. You can look up these guys in LEI, Company's House, and they have a good rating on Trustpilot. They have a $500 million in capital and a great support staff that can answer any questions or guide you through the process. If you have some of these coins and you plan on hodling it anyway or adding to the positions, then you might as well take advantage of these crazy interest rates while you still can, like I'm doing. These things aren't going to last forever. And if you're open-minded to it, then there is a link in the description below. Now, let's get into the Sandbox. I'm going to leave that one alone. That one's too easy. The Sandbox is a virtual world where players can build, own, and monetize their gaming experiences in the Ethereum blockchain. The Sandbox is best known for its two mobile hits, the Sandbox in 2011 and the Sandbox Evolution in 2016. In 2018, the developer decided to bring this successful user-generated content, gaming IP, and large community of creators from the mobile platforms to the blockchain ecosystem. User-generated content meaning you're the one creating the content, the user, in that ecosystem or platform. And can I just say, damn Snoop Dogg is everywhere. Everywhere. He's even in the Sandbox.
Thank you, my brother.
The Sandbox blockchain gaming platform consists of 3 integrated products that together provide a comprehensive experience for user-generated content production, UGC. The combined products further benefit users by allowing them to secure, this is the important part, by allowing them to secure copyright ownership for their user-created content. It's yours, and they secure it through the blockchain and smart contracts. The Sandbox ecosystem features an asset creation tool called Voxedit for producing non-fungible tokens or NFTs to be used in the game, which acts as an NFT marketplace for creators to trade their assets. The Sandbox uses several token types to ensure a circular economy between all the types of users who will interact within the platform: players, creators, curators, and landowners. But let's talk about that last one first. If you've seen some of my other videos on this, you may remember me talking about real estate in these virtual worlds and how I thought it could potentially become very, very valuable. That owning real estate, when there's really nothing real about it, but whenever owning real estate could allow you to lease out pieces of your land, your real estate, to the highest bidder who maybe they want to advertise on it or whatever. That's just a for instance. In the Sandbox, A land is a digital piece of real estate in the Sandbox metaverse that players buy to build interactive experiences. Once you own a land, you are able to populate it with games and assets. Each land is a unique NFT lying on the public Ethereum blockchain or ERC-721. So yes, you literally own this piece of virtual real estate. A cap total of 166,464 lands will exist within the Sandbox, each contained in a map that forms the Sandbox metaverse. The fact that there is a cap on the land is a good thing, and is similar to what we have now in the actual real world. This is what makes it valuable, because scarcity creates value. Each land is 96 by 96 meters in the game world, just big enough to enable all types of blockchain game experiences, but not too large to be unmanageable by a single person. Or, if you are rich enough, you can own an entire estate. An estate is the combination of multiple lands. Here's where the potential for teams, companies, or creators lies to create larger and more immersive online experiences. Imagine if you own land, I'm talking about creating more value. Imagine if you own a piece of land near where somebody's building, they have an estate and they want that piece of land. The dynamic is still similar to what it's like in the real world. And this again, scarcity creates value. I hope this is all making sense. And I could go into much more detail because it goes so far down a rabbit hole, it's not even, it's crazy. But I wanted to hit you with some of the highlights and where I thought some of the value was going to lie at, which I think is going to be that NFT marketplace and land ownership. But let's move on to the native token, because that's probably why a lot of you are here, and that is SAND, S-A-N-D, and let's discuss why it has value and utility. SAND is an essential part of the Sandbox platform and was launched on the Binance trading platform in August 2020. SAND, like a lot of others, is an ERC-20 utility token built on the Ethereum blockchain that will soon serve as the basis for transactions within the Sandbox, and the following is what gives it utility. First, access to the Sandbox platform. You will need SAND to do just about anything. Customize your avatar, acquire assets, acquire land, etc. Second, SAND is a governance token that allows holders to participate in governance decisions like voting on the platform. Third, SAND allows for staking, which provides passive revenue on lands. Fourth, the fee capture model. The fee capture model is 5% of all transaction volume carried out in SAND tokens, or transaction fees, shall be allocated with 50% to the staking pool as rewards for token holders that stake SAND tokens, and 50% to the foundation. Fifth, the foundation. The role of the foundation is to support the ecosystem of the Sandbox, offering grants to incentivize high-quality content and game production to the platform. The Sandbox price surged following the announcement of the Sandbox Alpha, which is the opportunity for players to get hands-on with the NFT-powered virtual world. The Sandbox Alpha will run for 3 weeks from December 29th to December 20th and will enable players to participate in 18 different games, but you'll need a non-fungible token, an NFT, to access all of them. As of today, and I believe yesterday, it's been trending as the #1 game and token here recently. And with Bitcoin dropping and the Sandbox pushing up on its own news and merit without Bitcoin's help, well, that's what we want to see. That's what I want to see from an investor's perspective, is can this thing stand on its own without the help of Bitcoin? Because typically, if Bitcoin's rising, it's taking everything with it, and when it drops, everything else seems to sink as well. But the Sandbox hasn't been affected. That's good. Now let's talk about price predictions, especially if you are thinking about getting into it now with it hitting its highs. Coinpedia can see the SAND price trading at an average value of $10.56 by the end of next year. They also believe that by the end of 2025, they could see SAND trading for $50.15 as long as the Sandbox can successfully achieve the planned updates per their white paper. My personal opinion, I think those numbers are way too conservative. The rate at which they've risen over the past couple of weeks, I feel like they will be much higher. $10 by the end of next year, I feel like it will be closer to the $50 range. And by 2025, you're talking about, depending on the development of the metaverse and Sandbox, you could be looking, it could be in the hundreds. The truth is, no one really knows. No one has a clue how much this thing can go up. But I do know this. We're in the infancy stages of this thing, and there's a lot of value there. I feel very strongly it's going to go up, but by how much, how many hundreds of percentages is it going to go up? No one can really tell you. But I think there's a lot of value there, and I think we need to be paying very close attention to it, because we could be finding ourselves kicking ourselves for not buying more at these crazy low prices. So yep, I'm digging sand, and let me know if you're digging sand in the comment section below. Until next time, stay safe, get rich, and we will see you soon.